Vampires, the history, modern day popularity, and diseases associated with. The history. The myth started in the medieval times. Some say it originated in Transylvania, Romania, or by the Greeks, but it is impossible to prove where and the exact date the myth originated is still under debate. The most famous vampire is known as Dracula, from Bram Stoker's novel Dracula. It is based off the historical figure Vlad Tepes. He is the most famous real-life vampire, and he is the model and inspiration for Stoker's novel Dracula. He is Prince of Wallachia, which is modern-day Romania. In 1431, his father, Vlad II, was inducted into the Knightly Order of the Dragon and became the surname of Dracul. The Order of Dragon was devoted to the task of defeating the Ottoman Empire. Later, in the 1440s, Vlad II was named Prince. In 1442, Vlad the Impaler, his father and brother, were held captive by the Ottoman Empire. When he was held in captivity, he grew hatred and an evil personality against the Ottoman Empire. After being released from the Ottoman Empire, he made it his mission to win the war for Hungary against the Ottoman Empire, which obtained Turkey. He reclaimed the throne once held by his father. His nickname, Vlad the Impaler, for how he would kill his victims. He would stab his victim and would impale their bodies by stakes while they were still alive. He would drink the blood of his victims, and that is how he is known as Dracula. He would dine among his impaled victims and dip his bread into their blood. The most famous historical figure that was ever considered a vampire. And he was also considered a hero in Romania for how he defeated his empire from the Ottoman Empire. Modern characteristics of a vampire: that they drink blood of their victims, they can turn into bats, they have no reflections in mirrors, holy water, sunlight, and garlic is believed to kill or repel the vampires. There are some variations around the world of vampires. In Egypt, the demon summoned into this world from other souls is the definition of a vampire. In Asia, they believe that the evil spirits attack people and drain their lives' energy. In the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the blood drinking of wrathful entities. Contributions to the myth of vampires. It was an easy answer to the question of why bad things happen to good people in the medieval times. They also had no knowledge base of how diseases and cures work. It was also a misunderstanding of how a body decomposes. The corpse skin shrinks and its teeth and fingernails can appear larger or grow bigger. As the organs break down, they can leak a dark, pure fluid that comes out of their nose or mouth, and this could be interpreted as someone drinking blood of the living. An ancient belief that something has cured an individual was the fear of the dead and the belief that the deceased might be responsible for having come back from the grave with evil intent. The diseases that are associated with the belief of vampires. Porphyria. It is a malfunctioning in the body's manufacturing of a crucial chemical that helps hemoglobin. It carries oxygen in the blood. It leaves victims grossly disfigured, as seen in the picture. The nose and fingernails can fall off, and a physical trait that is common in vampires. Gums recede from the teeth, making them appear more prominent. They suffer from itching, rashes, and blisters when exposed to the sunlight. Hence why some vampires it is known that they do not like sunlight. Garlic contains a chemical that exuberates the symptom of porphyria. Hence why the explanation of why vampires are afraid of garlic. Another disease was catalepsy. It put people into a state so deep that their pulse was hard to detect, believing that they were dead. So some victims were buried alive. If they awoke, some were driven mad with fear and hunger. They would bite themselves, which is an explanation for some corpse found with fresh blood and the graves opened. Some modern-day popularity of vampires is seen from Count Chocula, which is a flavored cereal, a chocolate-flavored cereal, with a vampire character on the box and in advertisements. Another one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy's high school is located over Hellmouth. It is a supernatural demon portal. She has to fight and kill the vampires. It originated as a movie in 1992 and then became a series on TV from 1997 to 2003. Another popular vampire is the Count, Count Von Count from Sesame Street. It started in 1972 to the present. He lives in a cobweb-infested castle, and he is depicted as a classic vampire, wearing a suit, a cloak, and originally he came from Transylvania in Romania. Another one, and the most influential, is the Twilight Saga. It started as a book series and led into the movies. It is also believed that it launched the vampire renaissance, which is a spark in vampire popularity. It also led to The Dark Shadows, which is a movie in 2012, The Vampire Diaries, which is a TV series on the CW, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and most popular, The True Blood, which is HBO's TV series in 2008. Thank you and have a good day.